easy. The future is easy. Okay, so we'll do positive, negative question. Okay, so will, I will go. So when you're using future, there's no to. You just put the verb. I will eat. I will learn. I will go. All right? And it's the same for everyone. So he will go. We will go. They will go. Do you need a pencil, Bobby?
There you go.
Okay, so that's easy, right? Everyone is the same. Will. Okay, so then what's the negative? Do you remember?
I will not.
Good. Okay, so I will not go. And then Alexia, what did you say the contraction was? Won't. Okay, so it's a weird contraction. Won't. Won't. So I will not go, I won't go. He won't go, we won't go. All right, and then what's a question using will?
Will I?
Yeah, will I go? Right? Or if you need a question word, you could say like where will he go? Okay, so will just goes in front of the person. And then the second verb.
Oh. They said changes that will is a won't.
Yes. Yes. So, Fabi, this is the contraction. La
Yes.
contracción. Mm-hmm. Okay, good. Yay, I love giving you new things. Okay, so we'll go ahead and go down here and then we'll do going to. All right, so when do we use will? All right, so when do we use will? I'm going to give you some examples. Okay, so a rapid decision. Like, for example, I'm thirsty. Okay, I'm thirsty. I will buy a drink. Okay, it's like a decision that you're making in the moment. So like, oh, it's hot in here. I will open a window. Okay. Let's see. Let me think of another example.
Somebody else. Are you coming? Yes, I will.
Yes. So if you're deciding, so if I say, hey, I'm having a party tomorrow at 10 a.m. Do you want to come? And you could be like, yeah, I'll come, right? So if you're making the decision in that moment, then you say yes, I will come. Okay. So we'll talk about that. Like, if I say, okay, we'll just do this. So look at this one for going to. So I will come to your party, right? I'm like, you just told me about it. Yes. I'm going to think, yes, I will come. Okay. If you're planning it, like let's say, okay, I'm going to have a party in 2 weeks. Woohoo! Who's going to come? Right? Alexia said, yes, I'm going to come. Right? Like she made the plan. So she's like, my mom is going to babysit the kids. I'm going to wear this, right? Like she already made the plan. Then you would say, I'm going to come. Okay? We'll talk about going to. But, so with will, the rapid decision, like in the moment. Okay? In the moment. Okay, so an offer. Ooh, that looks heavy. Pesada. That looks heavy. I will help you. Like if I'm carrying a big box, that looks heavy. Oh, I'll help you, right? Because again, it's like in the moment. Okay. Okay, a promise. Okay, I won't tell anyone, right? Shh, it's a secret. I won't tell anyone. Will not, right? It's a secret. Or when you get married, you say, I will love you forever. Right? It's a promise. So you use will.
See, something changes.
Right? Well, hey, in the moment you don't know that. You just say will, right? In the moment you don't know that.
Yeah.
Okay, so then a threat. Do you know what a threat is?
Trato.
Is that like a, if you don't stop, I will tell your mother. Right? So so a threat would be this. If you don't stop, I don't know, stop screaming or whatever, I will tell your mom. I will tell your mom.
Especially when there's something go wrong or something like.
Yes, like a threat. Yeah, we use this with our kids, right? If you don't clean your room, you will not watch TV. Right? Yes, we use that. I use that all day long. All day long with my 15-year-old. Okay, and then a refusal. This one is a little weird, but okay, so she won't listen to anything I say. Okay, so like my youngest son doesn't like crunchy foods. So he won't eat apples. He says no apples. So I say, okay, Aiden won't eat apples. All right, so Aiden won't eat apples. So a refusal is like the person is saying no.
Or something like saying, I don't want it. I don't want it.
So that's in the moment, right? So if I'm like, hey, Fabi, do you want an apple? You're like, no, not right now. You can say, I don't want it. That's simple present, right? If I said, hey, Fabi, do you want an apple? And you hate apples, you could say, I won't eat apples. I don't like them, right? Never. So, yeah, there's like a difference there. If you say, I won't eat apples, that means to me, okay, Fabi does not like apples ever. Never. Not today, not tomorrow, not next week. Right? If you say, I don't want an apple, it means maybe like right now you don't want an apple. Maybe tomorrow you will. Okay? So it's a refusal. Yeah. Okay. We'll talk about predictions after we do going to. All right. So, this is our favorite. Okay? Going to is often pronounced gonna. Okay? So, for example,
What is the gonna?
huh? Gonna. So, a positive would be I'm going to go home, right? So instead, a lot of times English speakers will say instead, I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna go home. Instead of saying going to, English speakers will say gonna. Okay? Gonna.
Maybe like A?
It's, yeah, so gonna with an A on the end. It's almost like, yeah, like you're saying gonna. Yeah. Okay. So, he's going to eat dinner. He's gonna eat dinner. Okay? Okay, so with this one, the form that you're going to use is this. So the to be verb, and you have to conjugate it. So I am, he is, we are, they are. Okay? Plus, you do going, and then plus to something. So I'm going to eat. He is going to sleep tonight. She is going to travel to Mexico. Okay? That's the form that we're going to use. Okay, so the negative, we'll get some practice on this too. Okay, so the negative is I am, so you just put not after the to be verb. Okay? I am not. He is not. We are not. So I am not going to go home. He is not going to eat dinner. You just put the not after the to be verb. Okay?
And you see, I can't, where it says I'm not going to go home, I can't, like, take off the to go, I'm not going home?
You could, yes. In that case, you could. So I could say, yeah, in that case, to go is like extra, right? So if I wanted to say instead, like, I'm not going to walk home, right? I'm going to drive. I'm not going to walk home. Yeah. Yes. But in this example, yeah, you could leave out to go.
Is there a right way to write it or say it?
So either one, that's correct. So I'm not going to go home or I'm not going home. In this case, they have the same meaning. So you can say it or write it. They're both correct.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They're both correct. Okay, let's do our question. You're going to do the to be verb first. So is he going to eat dinner? Okay, so you put the to be verb first. That's the only difference in the question. Is he going? Are you going to eat dinner? Are we going to eat dinner?
I have one question.
Mm-hmm.
Are you vaccinated the vaccine for COVID?
Me?
Uh-huh.
Yes.
You did already?
I haven't gotten it yet. But they have a list. So they have a list, right? So the first people are like 65 and older. And so I'm on the list because I'm a teacher. So I'm like the second in line. But there's many, many people that want it. So, but yeah, I'm going to get it. I want to protect my son, my little son especially, has a lot of health issues. So I don't want him to get COVID. So, yeah. My husband works for a pharmaceutical distribution company. Okay, so they help move medication, like they'll take it from the factory to the stores, to CVS and Kroger and whatever. And so he he knows a lot about, like, right now everyone's like, COVID vaccine. So he knows a lot about it, and he says it's good. Okay? He's done a lot of research about the COVID vaccine. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so we use going to for prior plans. So the decision was made before the moment of speaking. So in June, I'm going to go or to travel to the beach. Right? If I say, hey, Alexia, what are your plans for the summer? She's not going to say, ooh, okay, I'm going to go to the beach. No, like, she's already made the plan. She's looked, like, which beach is she going to go to? Are they going to stay at a hotel? Like, the plans are already finished, okay? So in that case, she's going to use this, going to. So I'm going to travel to the beach, okay? When prior plans have been made. All right, and then you're also going to use going to when there are signs that something is likely to happen. So for example, my stomach hurts. Right? Ugh, my stomach hurts. I'm going to throw up. Right? To vomit or to throw up. Yeah, right? Your children come and stand right at your bed. They say, Mom! Oh, yeah. I know. It's bad. So, the evidence, right, is that my stomach hurts. So, it's like probable that I'm going to throw up. It's cloudy outside, right? Cloudy, nublado. It's cloudy outside right now. I think it's going to rain. Right? I think it's going to rain today. So if you see evidence or signs, you can use going to. All right? I have practice for us, people, so don't worry. Okay. All right, so the good thing is that for predictions, you can use either one, and they're both correct. So for example, I think it will rain today. Or, I think it is going to rain today. They're both correct.
And Miss Beth, what did you think about the last 6th January? What happened?
The riots? Okay, let's do this first, and then we can talk all we want about politics. I know, it was a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, so for predictions, you can use either one. They're both correct. All right? Does that make sense? Okay, so here's an example. Okay, so if I said, hey, Fabi, are you busy this evening? If you say, like, I haven't made any plans, right? So you're like, I don't know. You can use predictions. So we could say, I think I will probably watch TV, or I'm probably going to watch TV. It's a prediction, right? You don't know. There's no plan.
I don't know what happened.
Right. There's no plan. So you could use will or going to. If you do have a plan, are you busy this evening? Yes. I'm going to the movies. Right? Because you have a plan. So you would use going to in that case. All right? Okay. All right, let's do a practice.